Hello, nerds. Thank you for watching Generally Nerdy. This is your week in Nerddom Video Games edition for the week of January 22nd, 2018. This week in video game news, there's Overwatch to talk about, American McGee is back, so much is going on, let's not waste any more time.
Quiet on the set, rolling.
Hi, I am Bitsy Telek.
Hey, I'm Hale Appleman.
I'm Walter Kane.
I'm Rene Aubergenois. Odo on Deep Space Nine.
Michael Dorn, Lieutenant Commander Worf, Star Trek The Next Generation.
Come and see me and hear me and talk to me and listen to me talk about myself.
Hey man, this is Kevin Smith, often considered generally nerdy, and you are listening to what is often considered generally nerdy.
On Generally Nerdy.
You're listening to
Generally Nerdy.
Generally Nerdy.
Generally nerdy.
In I can't believe I missed it news, Overwatch regular season started, by the time you're watching this, approximately 2 weeks ago, a little over a week and a half ago. And I have a lot of catching up to do. This is going to be, again, I have a lot of catching up to do, so I don't have any updates on standings or anything, but it's regular season, so there aren't standings yet until we start getting into the finals. But an interesting related news bit to this is once the regular season started, so again, it was about a week and a half ago or so, 2 weeks ago, the adult website YouPorn reported that they had a drastic drop in traffic, that it can be related in direct correlation to Overwatch. So that's pretty funny, nerds. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of telling of the culture, I think. Damn otaku shit. Anyway, yeah, so very interesting. Definitely let's talk Overwatch in the comments because I'm behind. I have a lot of games to watch and I've got all week to do it. So I'm definitely going to do that because I really dig watching those Overwatch players. I still can't play it very well, but I like watching it. Moving along though, we are talking Xbox. Phil Spencer, the head of the Xbox division, their hierarchy is really interesting because I have another related story to this that says put somebody else as the lead, but whatever. Phil Spencer, head of the Xbox division, said that they're going to start focusing more on first-party games, first-party titles. So does that mean we're getting a reboot of Perfect Dark because they own Dark? Are we finally going to get a new Forza Motorsports because it's been a little while since we got Forza? Are we going to see an uptick in the number of first-party IPs, or are we just going to see an uptick in the frequency of the stuff that's already there? Or are we finally going to get what our next topic is? Halo. Good lord. Fable. The other fantastic game from my original Xbox days. Man, I played the first two Fables, and they're great. Fan-freaking-tastic. Lion's Head, though, was the studio that was in charge of those, who was head by... Peter Molyneux? I think that's his name. I'll put it right here if I'm wrong. But yeah, so that was the new developer though for this new game is called Playground, and they usually do race car games. They did announce though in November that they're going to be doing they're starting work on a non-race car game, but they wouldn't say what it was. In the last week, sources have come out that are very close to the Xbox camp, probably something from the Xbox camp, saying that Playground is the company that is in charge of the reboot of Fable, and it is going to be a reboot. They're taking this aesthetic, basically, and creating a new series of games. So they're leaving the old series where it is, which is relatively in limbo, and they're starting brand new for the Xbox One. I feel like they're going to gear it specifically for the One X, but in their architecture right now allows you to back compat to the standard Xbox One, which is what I have. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. I really dig Fable. I know it has a rabid fan base. What do you guys think about them rebooting it instead of just picking up where Lions had left off? Let's talk about that in the comments. But the next bit of news is American McGee's Alice. We haven't seen Alice for quite some time. I think it's been like 8 years approximately since Alice 2 came out. So they put up on their website, which I'll do text here and a link in the description because it kind of factors into the story. It's an open call for support so that EA will see that there is a demand for this really twisted take on Alice in Wonderland, and it's awesome. If you've never played American McGee's Alice, you owe it to yourself to find a way to do that, especially if you like dark horror imagery, because that's basically what it is. So the way that you can show them support so that EA will hear it, they list 4 different ways. The first way is sign their petition, which is on the website. Again, link in the description. Sign their petition, follow them on their social media. So youtube.com/OBNARD, Obnard. That's their YouTube channel. Their Twitter handle is @American McGee. American, just like you would expect. MCGEE is McGee. @American McGee on Twitter, and then @Alice3 Asylum on Facebook. Asylum, if you haven't guessed, is going to be the name of this game. It's going to be called Alice 3 Asylum. You can also go support them monetarily through Patreon, patreon.com/American McGee. And then you can also buy their merchandise on their website. Again, link in the description. So this is, I really dig the aesthetic of this game. I really dig, I mean, it's not super difficult necessarily. They're not breaking new ground in that respect, but it is solid nonetheless. So definitely, if you are so inclined, go over and support them on their website. But next, we are moving into our final bit of news for this week's video game installment. And we're talking Assassin's Creed. Last week, because by the time this is up, this will be relatively old, but still, it's pretty interesting to talk about. Last week on Xbox Live, who is it? I didn't write it down. Whatever. The producers of Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft, I believe. Yeah, Ubisoft. Accidentally made their DLC, their new DLC, the hidden ones, went live a week in advance. It got caught a couple of days later and corrected, but there's a lot of people that are already playing the DLC, and if you have an Xbox, then hopefully you are as well. The rest of you who did not get it, and those of you on PlayStation, you're going to have to wait until the 23rd, which by the time this is posted will be a day or two in the past. So hopefully you are enjoying your Assassin's Creed, and that is where I'm going to end this week's video game episode. If you want to continue the conversation and go a little bit deeper, then jump on over to the website, generallynerdy.net, and you can find links to all the social medias and all kinds of free extras. If you want to help the conversation and contribute, then jump over to patreon.com/generallynerdy, and you can jump on for just $1 a month. Help this continue. Help me continue to create quality content for you guys, and more content once I start making more money at this. If you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button, or you can click or tap right there above my head, because that's a subscribe button too. If you like the video, click the like button. If you are falling behind on your nerd news and you need to catch up, click or tap right there next to me on the left to do that. But before you do, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, then it's probably here.